So I want to make these videos to capture my little dip, and you're gonna see me depressed in the moment. So not too exciting, but I want to show that. That's what I want to show, and I'm trying to process it right now, but it's tough. I am exhausted. I slept most of the day. I did make it out for a run, which I'm happy about. And my Achilles feels pretty decent. I am happy I made it for a run, so it's a good job. And I ate it decently today, and it's just, I'm lazy in the sense of, it's just hard. It's hard to stay focused right now because of the anxiety. I would say right now my anxiety is 90%, and my depression's probably at, if 0% is baseline, if 0% is neutral, I would say right now my anxiety is probably, and 100% is a panic attack, I would probably say anxiety's been around 80% consistently, peaking at 90%. And I would say depression, if 0 is neutral, is probably like 50%, so it's more of an anxiety dip than just depression. I think I'm still feeling it out. That's what it feels like. It's a culmination of multiple things. It's not just one thing. And it probably started a week or so before I even started to feel sad or stressed or whatever. I took some notes right here of a few things. So some of the layers that I wrote down when I was journaling, which is great. I want to make a note of that. Journaling, especially in these moments when you are depressed, very, very, very important. You're just tracking data for yourself. You really are. You're reminding yourself what it feels like to be in the spiral, so when you're out of the spiral, you can process the spiral better. So when you fall into the spiral again, it's a little bit easier, you know? So journaling's great when you have the energy and focus to do it. Journaling with the camera, it's a little bit easier for me. And I typed the bulleted list, I love them. Guilty over ghosting and flaking. So just flaking and ghosting in general, friends and things, dating. And that's making me feel guilty because I genuinely want to do these things. I just, negative voice, low energy type issues go to my head, keeping me down. Tired, not sleeping or having a good sleep routine. I'm not getting into the covers at night. I'm sleeping like on top of the bed or falling asleep on my couch watching something, and then I wake up at 3 a.m. and have to spend an hour falling asleep again, and I wake up at 6 a.m. and then I'm up and I'm real tired, so I might need a nap later in the morning or in the afternoon. It's annoying. I'm in control of this situation. I am in full control of it. It's just taking a step back and looking back and reminding myself, I've smoking too much weed the past couple weeks to try to balance my anxiety. I'm still reading the bulleted list. Smoking too much weed, it's contributing to my anxiety and down state. It's not helping me. There's a balance to everything, and I'm tipping the scales in that direction. My eating routine is not excellent. I have been lazy to go grocery shopping, therefore in the morning I look around like, what am I going to make for dinner? Or what am I going to make for breakfast? Then I think, well, I don't really have anything. I'm going to have to grab something. And it's typically like a croissant and a decaf Americano. Yeah, great breakfast, Ben. And then lunch comes around and I think, well, my Achilles has been injured. I didn't run, so I'm not even that hungry. So I'll just get an early dinner at like 4 o'clock and just get extra stuff because I'll probably be hungry later in the day. So that's what I do. And it's a bad routine. I need to go grocery shopping, and I need to get healthy stuff and have a good routine. Eat meals and things like that. Also something I'm in control of. Benjamin, you are in control of that, sir. I like talking these out because it simplifies it. It diffuses the severity of it. This is actually pretty cool. Injury, the Achilles injury I have is I run 5-6 days a week typically, and when I can't run, like right now, well, I did run today, but like I can't run like the past 2 weeks, throws me off a lot. Anyone can relate who has any hobby that they love, whatever it is. When you can't do it, you lose an outlet. Ooh, drinking too much. Even like if it was just one glass of scotch, I had drinks. My friend's visiting for her birthday. I want to say like 6 or 7 days in a row. Just no. That's right now. I'm just like no drinking. That's just gonna add to my anxiety and depression. Water. That's it. Also something you're in control of, Ben. It's also something you're in control of. But man, sometimes you need to cope and sometimes you need that escape. You can't explain it. It sucks, but sometimes you just need it. You need to take the edge off. I wrote this note that said, oh, and I'm feeling shitty about seemingly making everything about me. I forgot what I meant by that, but now I remember. I just feel like shitty talking about myself to other people, my friends and family, and like talking about myself and my issues, and it makes me feel like selfish, like I talk about myself too much, and then I think, oh, you don't even ask about what other people are up to in their life, and I just start to make myself feel bad because I love all these people so much in my life, and then I just start to think, oh no, they don't think I love them, and oof, scares me. Abandonment rules on both sides. I'm not processing or tackling things as they come in, even simple tasks. I'm letting the layers pile up. I don't know what the chicken and egg situation is. I don't know if there is one, meaning I don't know if there was like one specific event that caused my dip. Probably not. And like the sleeping routine, like grocery shopping, those are things I'm in control of. And if I work on those tasks as they come in, focus on them one at a time, then all you need to do today is go grocery shopping. You don't need to run. You don't need to cook dinner. You just order something. You don't need to do anything. You don't even need to make your bed. Just go grocery shopping. Get some healthy stuff just to last you 3 days. That's one of them. Ben, all you need to do today is give yourself a bedtime. A time to climb in bed and take a melatonin and get cozy and fall asleep at a reasonable hour. Not at 8 p.m., not at 3 a.m., whatever. But I'm not processing those as they come in, and I'm still trying to process this right now in my head. That's why I keep stalling. And I've smoked a little bit to balance my anxiety, so it worked. It worked right now. Wasn't too much. Didn't fall too far into the anxiety zone. But yeah, I smoked a little bit to help my anxiety after dinner, and it really helped. If I focus on those tasks one at a time as they come in, as opposed to, oh, I haven't been eating healthy, my eating routine's all messed up because I need to go grocery shopping, and whoa, how can I go grocery shopping? I need to go running. Oh, I haven't been running because I've been injured. Oh, you're so shitty. You ordered dinner yesterday. That's unhealthy. So that's how fast my brain and the anxiety works. I just find all these reasons to hate myself and shit on myself. It's like being shackled to the worst person on the planet who just hates you. And by the time, and this is all while I'm in bed in the morning, when the thoughts start flooding, and all these things come at once. The flaking on friends. I'm just reading the bulleted list again. The flaking on friends. The not committing to plans. The not eating great. The injury. All these things are just pinning me down. So by the time I do get out of bed, which is probably like 90 minutes after I wake up, to be honest, I don't know where to start. I'm lost. I'm too tired. And I'm hungry. And I can't grocery shop hungry. Time to get that bagel or croissant. And it just carries the cycle. And then it carries on the next day, and the next day, and the next day. But if I start tackling these one at a time, just simply with organizing, which is really hard to do when you're anxious, and really hard to do when you're anxious and or depressed, especially. A simple to-do list in the morning, and this is like a reminder, Ben, remember the to-do list? Those like little simple to-do lists, buddy? Remember those? Remember how well they were working? Remember when you're like humble bragging to your therapist? You're like, oh, I got this under control, bro. I got this. I'm just doing this to-do list, Hans, and I'm awesome. And I got everything under control. Remember that? Start doing those again, man. It's been about a month. The to-do list is very simple. It's make breakfast, grocery shop, run, call someone, like a friend or a family member. A simple, very simple to-do list. Don't overwhelm yourself, and balance your days of the week. Don't overload a day. Don't do the same cycle every day. Space things out and give yourself breathing room so you enjoy those simple things, like your hobbies, like running. And grocery shopping's not this crazy, annoying task you have to do if you break them out. And don't overload your social schedule. That's something I do too much, because I love my friends, like you all, I'm sure, do. Love your own friends and family. But I'll overload my schedule, and then I have to cancel stuff, and I hate myself for it, and yeah. So a simple to-do list, keeping a calendar, Ben, remember when you're keeping that calendar? Keeping a calendar helps a lot as things come in. Even if they're the simplest things, they're great. This hasn't been a deep dip for me. It's been a little while for those. I'm getting better at processing for these reasons. What I'm talking about right now is what I have learned in therapy. I've learned through conversations with other people. I've learned through meditation when it works for me, or self-reflection, or just reading. Reading other people's stories, reading certain books. I will recommend books that work for me, actually. I'll recommend... Whoop, whoop, whoa, whoa, oh shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Alright, I'll even... You can still have fun when you're depressed. I will... I'll put one of the books I'm reading right now, and I'm loving it. It's for overthinkers. So if you're an overthinker, check the description below and check out the book if you haven't read it. It's phenomenal. I hope I'm on the upswing. I think I am. It feels like I am. Now that I'm accepting that I'm in a dip. I fought it or ignored it for a couple weeks, or for the 2 weeks. This has been a 2-week dip. And I accepted I'm finally in it, because that's okay. That's absolutely okay. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's just managing how far you dip and how long it dips and how intense the dip is. Things like that. And it'll get easier, like I've said in previous videos. It's definitely going to get easier. It still sucks. It's simple as that. It's still going to be hard. It really is. I accepted it. I am going easier on myself now that I accepted it. It's okay, man. It's okay, buddy. Depressive slide. Be open and honest about it. I've been honest to my friends and be like, hey, this is what's going on. Sorry I flaked on you. This It's not personal. And once you accept it, it's a lot easier to process and be open and honest in therapy about it. It's easier to process that way. Much easier to process that way. Otherwise, you can be like me and get stuck in the rumination cycle. You can get stuck in the rumination cycle where you think you're processing by reliving a moment over and over and over and over and over and over again, but really you're just venting to yourself. And venting isn't good after a few minutes. Venting's counterproductive. And by that rumination, you're literally just sitting with yourself saying, hey buddy, get fired up about this. Yeah, dude, it's real cool. Get mad about it. Remember their tone? Remember the person in the checkout line at the grocery store? Remember the tone of the person on your work call or the work email? Remember that? Remember they said, yeah, keep thinking about it. Keep thinking about how you would get back at them. That's it. And then you're just really mad and really tired by the end of it. That's not processing. That's overthinking. That's rumination. But, which I'm still bad at. Just doing it today. But right now I'm processing a little bit better, and that journaling helped earlier and things like that. Help break it down and make it more digestible. So tomorrow my day is going to be buy groceries and hang out with Lisa. By the way, it was Lisa's birthday on March 3rd. Happy birthday, Lisa. I love you. Ooh, I'm going to close it on a good note, though, showing this. Look at this guy. He's the guy. Look at the little boy. He's got a little face. He's got a little white spot on his belly. Look at his little face. He's got to clean that paw a little bit. Oh no, look, he's got his head back.